One of the fundamental things when you're resistance training is to focus on the body part that you're working. And you focus on the body part that you're working by focusing on the most proximal joint to that body part, or the muscles that move said joint. So what I find works best for people is that when they're doing an exercise, you want to think about whatever bone, whatever the structure that muscle you're working is on is the foundation, and a foundation never moves. So if you can completely stabilize and isolate that foundation and never allow it to move by contracting all the muscles around to create stability, two ways. Number one, you create internal stability by contracting muscles that support that joint. And the second thing is you utilize external variables such as a pad, input pads, and things like that to create external support or external stability. Then you don't have any movement, because your natural inclination is going to be to want to move around in space as you're getting fatigued and try to find other muscles to do the job or to carry out the work, so that you don't have to continue exposing that body part to more stimulus. And you know, by nature of doing that, what you're going to do is expose it to more stimulus, which is going to result in subsequent growth. But we naturally want to take a path of least resistance by using a body part that maybe shouldn't be a part of the equation, such as your lower back or your shoulders when you're doing a chest press and things like that. So we're going to have a look at how that naturally happens over the course of this set. One common thing that I find when people are doing this exercise, for example, a chest exercise, is that they depress their rib cage so that they change the plane, right? And if you change the plane, then you can use other muscles that are proximal to be able to carry out the work, rather than continue to expose your chest to more stimulus, which is obviously results in a lot of discomfort and challenge, which, you know, we want to avoid, but that's what we need to expose ourselves to, and that requires a lot of self-talk to be able to do that. Let's go. Right, you got to talk yourself through that. That's the job of a coach, but it's also, as a trainee, your job to talk yourself through reps that are hard. Okay, elevate the rib cage more. Good, elevate this more. Keep this upright, good. And think about bringing your bicep into your chest. Don't think about your hands going up and down. Think about your arm coming down and out and up and in. Down and out, up and in. Your hands aren't part of the equation. They're just an attachment, an extension. Let's go, shove it inward as hard as you can, good. Elevate that rib cage more. Take this one to failure till you got nothing. Try to get there as quickly as possible. Don't shortchange the rep at the top. Don't shortchange the rep at the top. Let's go. Let's go, you got more. Come on, that wasn't it. Now you're cutting the reps shorter. Don't cut the reps shorter to get more. We don't need a lot of reps. We need good reps. Let's go. Let's go. Finish the rep. Finish the rep. Finish the rep. Put as much tension on the chest. Stimulate it. Bicep in, up and in, up and in. Bicep up and in, inward, inward. See how he's moving around? Keep it going. Go. Keep going. Work through it, work through it, work through it, work through it. Come on. Good, relax. Another thing, what I find many people do is as they're getting fatigued, the reps get quicker and quicker. But if you think logically, your muscle, as it gets fatigued, can produce less force. So if it can produce less force, your performance shouldn't be getting better, it should be getting worse, which means the reps should be slowing down. You know, in no sport in the world, as you're at your most fatigued state, are you performing at your peak level. And the same has to be true here. And if you're swinging the weight around and you're moving weight quicker, it means that you are using other variables to be able to carry out that work. And you need to slow things down. You need to bring things back to the fundamental level, which is contracting your muscle. Think about what the goal is. Contract the chest, fail the chest. It's not to do a chest exercise. Right, and if we start thinking about the exercise like that, we're just contracting the chest. We're not doing a chest exercise. And you know, if you think about doing a chest exercise, you're focusing on your arms going up and down. We're not focused on that. I'm thinking about bringing these 2 points together as hard as I possibly can. Good, bring those points together. Yes, bring A and B together. Okay, let's go. Bring these points together as hard as you can. Stabilize everything. Keep your butt where it is, keep your back where it is, keep your legs where they are. Let's go more and more. Now that wasn't it. Finish the rep. Naturally what's gonna happen is you're gonna drop off your reps. Keep going. Let's go, finish it, finish it, finish it, finish it. 3 more. Let's go. That's it, that's it, that's it. Good, keep going, partials now. Use some partials. Good, relax. So I might ask somebody to do a certain amount more afterwards to see if they have anything left. And you can see what happens there. When you fail, or when you fail properly, you're supposed to fail in that range. You know, if the exercise is set up properly and the resistance is congruent to the strength of the muscle. So what we just witnessed there is what true failure should look like in an exercise, right? And if you find yourself going up halfway, you haven't reached a point of true failure. If you find yourself being able to go up halfway, the exercise is not built correctly, meaning the resistance, the change in resistance isn't congruent with the change in length of the muscle. Because if I can bring the machine or the handles up halfway, it means my chest can do the work. And if I could bring it back down and do a few more in that range, it means that the chest still has tension producing capabilities. If I can't go all the way up, it means that the change or the drop off in resistance does not match the ability of the muscle or the capability of the muscle in the remainder of that rep, or in the remainder of that range of motion. So that's why I asked him to do more reps, 3 more reps, to see if he's able to get into those positions, but he wasn't able to, and that's all I gotta see, and I know that he's done there. And guys, when you reach a point of failure, the rep is done, go home. I don't know what the purpose of trying to do more partial or half-ass reps are when your muscle can't produce that force, other than using synergy to be able to achieve that in the form of other body parts that are not part of the equation. We didn't come here today to train our lower back. We didn't come here today to train our ankle flexors or extensor muscles to try to participate in that exercise. We came to contract and we came to fatigue our chest so we can go home and the muscle can grow. Go finish the rep, finish the rep, finish the rep, finish it, finish it. Good, relax. So there are 2 ways that I will be able to discern whether someone's reached a point of failure or they're just trying to avoid discomfort. Number 1 is they're changing their position. So they're moving that structure, that foundation around. In this case is the chest, the rib cage. And if he's moving that around, that's one way. Another way is I'm gonna see if he starts to descend. So as he's going up, he's ascending upward. If he starts to descend at any point in time, then I'm going to get him to continue to push to see, but that's actually the second way that I'm going to be able to delineate failure or figure out if he's just trying to find ways of making it easier. Because what some people will do is they'll start descending. As they're going up, they start pulling it back down, and then what they do is they use some momentum to push it back up. And the reason they do that is because as you descend, come downward, what's happening is you're moving into a lengthened position. So as the muscle moves into a lengthened position, it has more force producing capabilities because it's stronger as it's longer for the most part. So the muscle's a bit stronger here, so he's gonna bring it back down unknowingly, unbeknownst to him. He's gonna bring it back down and try to launch it back up into positions where he's weaker. So these are things in real time that I'm looking at or trying to figure out. I'm not communicating any of these things to a client or to somebody that I'm training, but I'm using a certain framework to be able to figure out where that person is at all stages in real time. And that's why you got to be paying attention when you're coaching somebody or you're training with someone, because you have to be able to figure out in real time what's going on and then how to make a decision to ensure that they are getting the most appropriate stimulus for their current status, for where they are right now.